So as misinformation spreads about the coronavirus, it's also a growing concern for the science community overall. Anti-science videos are easily accessible on the internet, and some schools, in both public and private, are making it tougher to actually separate fact from fiction. So the newest CBSN Originals episode, Adam Yamaguchi takes a look at how politics, religion, and social media are driving distrust and what's being done to fight it. Here's a preview.
What's the end game here? What is your goal?
World domination?
Besides that.
No, critical mass. What has happened is we have been skewing younger and younger. I've been introduced to more families over the last 12 months than I have in the previous 3 years. Once the kids start talking about it, but if you can get it, it's like, oh, you're into flat earth. I think that eventually, because we're skewing younger and younger, I think it will be taught in schools.
Hey guys, you need your papers from yesterday and a pencil. So, how can I identify misleading information?
When you were talking about misinformation and fake experts in a classroom for sixth graders, it's been a while since I've been in a classroom.
Right.
But it's shocking that kids are having to navigate that kind of a world.
Right. And I think for me, that's the thing to me, that's what I need to do for them. It's more not so much just the science, but it is how to navigate this world that's changing in that way, because they have this skill to be able to find when somebody's misleading them with like a political ad, or if somebody is misleading them with, any kind of, pseudoscience, anti-vax or flat earth or anything like that that's going around right now. So it's a survival skill in this day and age.
All right, CBSN Originals correspondent and executive producer Adam Yamaguchi is joining me now. Adam, I think this is sort of the great irony of the information age, that we have access to more information than we've ever had before. And as a result, the concept of a fact has become something movable and mutable, and it's not a single thing anymore when it was like it was when we could go to the Encyclopedia Britannica and there it was, Pluto is a planet or it's not a planet. Now we don't know. And so now part of the curriculum, you show us a sixth grade teacher trying to teach kids how to differentiate between fact and fiction. How do you do that? I know adults that can't figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, watching back that video, hearing it back, it brings chills through my spine, because it's insane that this is something that is having to be taught at such a young age. But it's important because kids, when parents are away, when teachers are away, what do kids have? They have YouTube, and there's a wealth of information, a lot of misinformation. And you pointed out one of the great ironies of today is just that. There's never been an easier time to doubt science or to poke holes in science or politics or anything else. If you want to believe something else, and that's what's at the root of this. There are actors online who are willfully spreading misinformation, knowing that it's misinformation, but knowing that there's a huge audience for it. And so you've created an ecosystem where everything is sort of equally based. And one of the issues that we've seen on YouTube is that the recommendation engines gear people towards this content, this novel and thought-provoking content, and it creates a sort of a feedback loop. You create more and more believers as you go. Now, some of those algorithms have been tweaked as of late because there's a lot of controversy over this. There's been a lot of pressure put on YouTube and Facebook to change that, but the information is out there and people are looking for it.
So I understand, it's challenging for government to regulate this sort of stuff because it's free speech, right? So you have to kind of put the pressure on these tech companies to do what they can. But what are the real world consequences of the dissemination of this misinformation?
Right. Well, we're seeing it play out in many ways every single day today with the spread of the coronavirus. I mean, panic, widespread panic is probably one of the greatest dangers to come out of all of this. Mask shortages and whatnot. You don't want to create a mass hysteria, and there is, at this moment, there's a lot of misinformation flowing online. And you can kind of understand it. You know, people are looking for answers, are seeking out answers, they perhaps are suspicious of government. But those are these sort of entry points for these conspiracy theorists to really, really spread.
Yeah, I know. I am forever sort of flabbergasted and disappointed in how unsophisticated, very intelligent people can be about the information that they see on the internet. I see a lot of stuff being spread by people who I consider smart. So this is why this documentary is so important. Adam, thank you so much. All right, so you can stream this latest CBSN Originals episode right here, right now, anytime. Just head to cbsnews.com/anti-science.